Hello, and thank you to the MCPS School Board for giving me this time. My name is Simone Boucher-Harris. I'm a fifth-year French teacher at Albert Einstein High School, and also the mother of two MCPS students. Thus, I represent multiple stakeholder perspectives. In this presentation, I will discuss my ideas about ensuring effective and meaningful professional development throughout the county. In my opinion, this has been the critical, yet missing link to optimal realization of the MCPS vision to use educational technology in order to transform student learning in the 21st century. In the 2014-2016 Montgomery County Public Schools Strategic Technology Plan, Reimagining My Learning in a Connected Age, the shared vision is communicated as having a single focus of inspiring and reimagining learning in a digital age through the following 5 strategies: inspiring innovative learning, collaborative communities in connected classrooms, respectful ethical engagement in virtual communities, operational excellence in productivity, and equitable access. The MCPS Technology Plan was created through considerable collaboration among stakeholders and representatives throughout the county, including administrators, teachers, parents, and students. The MCPS Technology Plan was well thought out and reflective of diverse stakeholder input. However, as we find ourselves almost 2 years past the projected 2016 completion date, it is clear that the aspirations of this plan have yet to be fully realized. Instructional technology is not being used universally across the district to transform student learning. New systems that were introduced this school year, such as My MCPS Classroom and Performance Matters, were not done so in a timely and organized manner. This generated resentment and resistance among stakeholders due to insufficient preparation and support. From both a teacher and parent perspective, I can personally attest to feelings of frustration and anxiety with the initial rollout of these systems. It is clear that MCPS has a strong commitment to instructional technology and has worked diligently to identify and procure technology devices and systems that have unlimited educational potential. But how can we really get the entire community and all stakeholders on board? How do we ensure that these fabulous, innovative technology devices and systems that MCPS has invested in considerably are being effectively implemented to enhance and transform student learning and prepare our students for the 21st century workplace? Timely communication is key, but there is one major area where I believe MCPS must focus its greatest efforts, and which has been the main reason that the MCPS plan fell short of attaining its goals. We all know that there are many moving parts in education, and you, the school board, certainly know that a tremendous amount of work occurs behind the scenes. We also know that the educational front lines are in the classrooms. The interactions and instruction that occur between educators and students are where measures of success and failure are most evident. However, it is the preparation prior to this classroom interaction that is most indicative of a successful lesson, as any experienced educator knows. It is my opinion that this preparation, in the form of professional development, is where the gap has occurred between the MCPS vision and its universal adoption. Insufficient, untimely, or undifferentiated professional development of new technology systems for MCPS educators who work with students is why every child throughout the county has not yet experienced a transformed learning environment. We know that educators are busy, pulled in many directions with multiple responsibilities, and come from diverse backgrounds. Thus, just like we recognize the uniqueness of each child, we must recognize this in each MCPS educator as well. So, how do we provide professional development that meets these diverse needs? The answer is not a one-size-fits-all response. Best practices based upon Pink's theory of motivation, that autonomy, mastery, and purpose drive individual performance, as well as Malcolm Knowles' 6 principles of andragogy, which focus on an adult learner's need to know, prior experience, self-concept, readiness to learn, problem-centered learning, and intrinsic motivation, must be incorporated into the professional development. We must provide MCPS educators opportunities to build skills through hands-on application of new technology within a framework that is immediately applicable to their work with students in the classroom and meets their current skill and confidence levels. Additionally, time must be provided and compensated in order for educators to be able to engage in these critical learning opportunities, because leaving it to them to do during their limited free time is unreasonable and not conducive to widespread adoption. With appropriate, effective, and differentiated professional development of MCPS educators, A positive shift in attitudes relating to technology and transforming student learning through its instructional application can occur. However, this must be multifaceted. It is not enough to just learn the new systems, but to actually shift and modify instructional practices in order to nurture higher-order thinking and 21st century skill development in students. As aforementioned, adult learners need to know why what they are learning is important. Knowledge and integration of educational models that use technology to modify and transform instructional strategies, and that nurture the balance of technology, pedagogy, and content, such as the SAMR and TPACK models, must also be essential elements of the professional development. With educator buy-in as to why practices must be shifted, combined with acquired skill and confidence to use technology, these empowered educators will carry their transformed and positive attitudes into their educational communities to further disseminate MCPS's shared vision and progress towards full realization of its goals for transformed student learning experiences. Just as the professional development cannot be a one-size-fits-all model, it also cannot be a one-time stop. To nurture and support a community of educators that are also lifelong learners, ongoing support and communication systems must exist. When educators take their new skills and knowledge into their classrooms, they are bound to have new questions, perhaps successes or challenges they want to share with colleagues, or new information that they have discovered. The initial professional development should be the beginning of what will become a perpetual process of self-improvement and providing enhanced learning opportunities for students. Without an outlet or community where ideas may be shared and reflected upon, professional growth may be stunted. Furthermore, as is often the case, when we begin to gain skill in an area, our confidence and personal interest instigate deeper inquiry. Thus, there must be additional training opportunities and resources that build upon prior skill to reinforce and reward these intrinsic motivations to learn. What is exciting about being able to clearly identify a missing link is having the ability to replace it. MCPS is a school district that has a clear commitment to student learning and great respect and consideration for all of its stakeholders. MCPS has been at the forefront of educational technology integration and understands its great potential to prepare our students to be active, engaged, and successful members of the 21st century community. Through applying appropriate and effective professional development for educators to transform student learning, I believe the MCPS Technology Plan's initial vision and goals will be universally attained. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to working with you all to implement professional development that will create empowered educators, generate positive attitude shifts, enhance student learning, and optimize current and future technology investments.